Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück bei Madden 19. Ja, da hat mir doch die letzte Niederlage einfach mal ein bisschen die Sprache verschlagen. Wir gucken einfach mal auf die Tabelle. Wir sehen, die Steelers sind ein bisschen vorgerückt. Die Ravens und Bengals werden wahrscheinlich nicht mehr ein Problem für uns sein. Allerdings liefern wir uns jetzt so ein indirektes Shootout mit den Steelers. Ihr seht es da oben in der Leiste, wir haben noch 3 Spiele in der regulären Saison, danach starten sogar schon gleich die Playoffs. Ja, verletzungsmäßig sind wir angeschlagen, gerade auch unsere Tackles. Wir versuchen halt das Beste rauszuholen und jetzt erstmal gegen Denver. Wird kein leichtes Spiel, aber ein quasi Must-Win-Game für die Playoffs. Ja, über Denver. Was lässt sich über Denver sagen? Das Stadion ist, wenn man jetzt den Meeresspiegel betrachtet, extrem weit über dem Meeresspiegel. Das heißt, die Luft wird dünner. Das schlägt manchen Athleten einfach auch ein bisschen auf die Lunge. Ja, was noch zu Denver zu sagen? Peyton Manning, der Hall of Famer, hat lange Zeit da gespielt. Quasi den letzten Teil seiner Karriere in Denver verbracht. Hat auch gegen die Carolina Panthers, gegen die wir ja letzte Woche gespielt haben, dann auch den Super Bowl vor ein paar Jahren gewonnen. Und seitdem suchen sie quasi einen Nachfolger. Bisher sehr erfolglos.
Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the Cleveland Browns behind the #1 overall pick in the draft, Baker Mayfield, as his guys get set to take on Case Keenum and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverb.
So, da starten wir auch direkt mal in den ersten Drive. Mal gucken, wie Mayfield hier überzeugen kann.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A first down throw for Mayfield. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Mayfield now on second down. Dancing to his left. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Throwing. Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your rope.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds down, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This is Carlos Hyde, the former 49er, his first carry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll run with Chubb. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Here's Mayfield. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something.
Ja, da haben wir mal zur Sicherheit einfach mal die Punkte genommen. Ja, da kam unser Laufspiel einfach nicht so richtig in Tritt, gerade in der Red Zone. Und mal gucken, wie sich unsere Defense jetzt hier schlägt. Das sieht aber teilweise gar nicht mehr so gut aus für uns. Nee, schon wieder First Down. Jetzt ein Incomplete Pass. Oh, Sack. Und Incomplete Pass. Und sie werden jetzt wahrscheinlich den Ball pumpen. Ja, oder ein 63 Yard Field Goal verpassen, was sogar noch besser für uns ist.
And we drop you in at the start of this next possession in a 3-0 ball game. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went #1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain.
Now Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Intentional grounding, offense.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Second down, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Solid job up front.
Ja, der zweite Lauf-Touchdown für unseren Rookie Running Back, der uns hier mal gleich eine Führung gibt. Jetzt hoffen wir nochmal auf unsere Defense, dass wir vielleicht sogar nochmal den Ball bekommen. So, Incomplete Pass und dann 3. und 4 und wieder ein Incomplete Pass und damit kriegen wir wieder den Ball. Haben 2 Minuten Zeit. Boah, machen sogar noch gute Meter. Beziehungsweise Yards.
With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Oh, that was dangerous. Thrown into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. We remind you coming up at halftime. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I do.
I know you do. I've got the thing just for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Cochran, standing by in Orlando to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And incomplete here on 3rd down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15.
Ja, Baker Mayfield kommt einfach nicht so richtig ins Rollen. Und ich glaube, da müssen wir einfach noch ein bisschen mit unserem Laufspiel supporten, damit das was wird. Also so, jetzt gucken wir wieder auf unsere Defense. 19 Yards. Es gibt noch ein First Down 21 Yards. Das sieht nicht gut aus. Ja, Incomplete Pass. Hat Keenum jetzt hier einen schlüsselnden Weg gefunden, aber jetzt wieder mit 3 Incomplete Pässen hintereinander. 4. Down, aber ein Field Goal. Jetzt gucken wir mal, was sie noch machen können. 3 Timeouts haben wir noch. Mal gucken, ob sich Baker Mayfield hier nochmal fangen kann.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And the Browns getting set to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mayfield on 1st down. being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
He dumps it to Hyde. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. Mayfield now sliding out. He's got his target. It's Coleman for a Browns touchdown.
Ja, super Abschluss hier nochmal in diese Halbzeit. Perfekt, einfach von Baker Mayfield. Das gibt uns eine noch größere Führung. So, Halbzeit vorbei. Die Denver Broncos kriegen hier den Ball. Mal gucken, was sie jetzt machen. Wir dürfen natürlich jetzt nicht in der Mitte jetzt einsacken, so wie gegen die Carolina Panthers, wo wir auch stark begonnen haben, doch in der Mitte uns dann fallen haben lassen. Deswegen wichtig, dass wir jetzt hier einen langen Drive resultieren, aber auch vielleicht mit Punkten aufs Scoreboard den Drive beenden können. Mal sehen.
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete here. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mayfield looks to throw. Forced out to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about...
Ja, starker Punt. Wichtig ist jetzt, ja, wir haben einfach ein bisschen Zeit von der Uhr genommen. Das ist wichtig, damit es später für die Broncos nochmal eng wird. Gerade wenn unsere starke Defense hier nochmal die vom Punkten abhalten können. Ja. Aber im Moment sieht es nicht so... Ja. Jetzt 3. und 12. Ja, und wieder gedroppter Pass. Jetzt sollten sie wieder punten und das tun sie auch. Ja, wir vor der 2-Yard-Linie fangen wir wieder an. Hoffentlich wird das kein Safety.
Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's...
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A give. This is Chubb. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And off comes to Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
On third down, Mayfield steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. A run for Nick Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Now Chubb. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Detroit! Detroit!
A toss play to Chubb. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll push them.
So, wir haben hier nur, in Anführungszeichen, nur 3 Punkte zwar gemacht, aber haben Denver gezwungen, alle Timeouts zu nehmen. Haben die Uhr ganz schön runterlaufen lassen, im wahrsten Sinne des Wortes. Ja, Nick Chubb fast 100 Yards und ja, jetzt ist Denver einfach unter Druck und muss hier versuchen, noch schnell zu scoren. Aber das ist jetzt ja ein 3-Scoring-Game plus eine Interception von unserem Rookie-Cornerback Denzel Ward. Ja, wir nehmen hier Victory Formation.
Will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Browns, the win is their 8th on the year, and they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12, and they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So, ein weiterer Sieg, ein wichtiger Sieg. Wie die Kommentatoren schon gesagt haben, haben wir jetzt 8 Siege. Und wenn man hier sich das mal anguckt, wir haben hier natürlich vollkommen dominiert über das ganze Spiel. Zwar nicht so mit unseren Pässen, aber dafür einfach mit unserem Nick Chubb. 22 Läufe für 94 Yards und einen Touchdown. Respekt an den. So, schaltet in der nächsten Woche wieder ein. Dann geht's gegen die Bengals und dann werden wir einen weiteren wichtigen Sieg kämpfen. Schaltet wieder ein, euer Luke. Bis dann.